Hello!
Hello!
Usually we show you this part of our tiny shipping container house.
Or the inside part of the house.
But today
we're gonna show you the property around the house. We're gonna do a Q&A while we show you each spot of the land.
So let's get started.
I'm Duca.
And I'm Roberta.
And together we are building our own tiny shipping container house.
So don't forget to subscribe
and to join us every Monday for a new episode.
So let's start this Q&A with the most asked question.
Everyone wants to know where we are. A lot of people think that actually we are in the United States because we are speaking English. You can tell, English is not our first language. We are not Americans, we are Brazilians. We speak Portuguese and we are in Brazil actually. We are in the south of Brazil in an island called Florianopolis.
We are both born here.
Yeah, this is our hometown, yeah.
And
that connects to a second really asked question, that's whose is this land from? Did we buy this land? Did we rent this land? No, we didn't buy, we didn't rent.
Yeah.
This land is been on my family. It's from my dad for the past 30 years. So he allowed us to use a small part of it. That means that we can, work on our little place where the shipping container is, but we cannot decide what to do with the rest. So basically the dogs are his dogs, the farm is his farm. We are just using a small part of it and we are really thankful for that. Yeah, thanks Dad.
So what's here?
Yeah, here is a small lake. We are in the back part of the land. Here is the south part of the land. This small lake is man-made, but
Granddad made.
Yeah, my granddad made this 30 years ago, and I used to swim here when I was like 7, 8, not anymore. Now the dogs swim here all the time. But this used to be my swimming pool.
So let's go to the question number 2. A lot of people ask if we are gonna be off-grid.
As we talked last week, we're gonna be off-grid for water supply, but we won't be off-grid for electricity and for
wastewater treatment.
The reason for that is because wastewater and electricity they're right by the shipping container, so we don't see a reason to be off-grid if the system is right. It's like 4 meters away. And water, the fresh water is right there also, so there is no reason for us to use the grid if we have like such good water right next to it. We actually did run some tests in a laboratory and the water is really good. So we decided to use this water.
Yeah. So we have this garden area here.
Yeah, a tour of the garden now in the chicken place.
So this is a big one, but
it's empty now because it's a
season changing.
In between seasons. But basically this sometimes is full, sometimes not. It's just keep changing. Yeah, this is my dad's. We plan to have our own small garden in the future next to the shipping container. But for now, we usually get stuff from here that right now is not in a good day. I mean, it's clean, waiting for the next season. Yeah, let's go to the chicken place.
Just have pepper and passion fruit.
Yeah, passion fruit. That's all passion fruit. Look how big are the passion fruit. Let's see if you can see that. So that's passion fruit. And
all
here,
over.
Yeah, that's all passion fruit. And here's the chicken place. That's where our eggs come from.
Oh, be careful.
As you can tell, we have a lot of chickens here.
There's one there on the top. We get the eggs from... Oh, there's one here inside.
Yeah, you can get an egg for us.
No, she's...
Oh, she's
here.
there.
Oh, 2, 3. And one with a chicken. Fresh eggs.
Yeah, so here is where we get always our eggs. And there's always a lot actually.
And here we have more passion fruit. And more chicken.
Here's the passion fruit paradise. It's not always that we have passion fruit, but on the season we have a lot. So we drink passion fruit juice almost every day, and we eat a lot of passion fruit dessert. A mousse that she makes that's just the best.
Here is all passion fruit. Here's lime.
Lime. For Australians and New Zealanders, that the lime is really, really expensive. Here is for free.
It's also passion fruit.
Yeah, passion fruit all around. Another question that a lot of people have been asking is about our water system. Why didn't we protect the water pipes? Because they're really close to the surface, they're not deep enough, and in this way everyone thinks that the pipes are gonna freeze on the winter and they're gonna break.
Our winter is not even close to freeze. It's really mild, the temperature.
Yeah, can you
here.
imagine us with a sunglass now? That's here. I mean, like, we got a little bit cold, chilly temperatures, but we don't get even close to freezing temperatures. The coldest we get is like 10 degrees Celsius in a few days a year. So that means that no worries, they're not gonna freeze, right? Another question is about solar panels. Why didn't we use solar for hot water? The mosquitoes are getting crazy today. Yeah, we're gonna talk more in depth about that when we do a hot water video. But basically, we check out the price for solar and for gas, and solar is way expensive. Like almost 4 times, we would spend 3-4 times more.
Because we need to use the high pressure solar panels, and because...
Yeah, we either need to reduce the pressure because we have 10 meters of pressure, or we need to use a high pressure system, and then it's a long story. We don't need to explain now, but basically it was a lot expensive what we need, a lot more expensive if we use solar than gas. So we decide to go with gas.
Yeah.
Next one. So do we plan to have a external hose to gardening and to have water outside of the house?
We already have some. We have one here. It's really, really strong.
So yeah, that's another question. We do have pressure. Look at that. Yeah, so basically this one...
Yeah, we have some of these spread around the land so we can use them, and also we might have a shower, external shower.
Yeah, we are planning on having right there a external, just like this one, so we can have an external shower just by the gas lock that we are planning to build. But for now, this is where we use water.
Yeah.
And the shipping container, it's right there, so it's pretty close. So, next one.
How is your insulation choice holding up?
Yeah, a lot of people are concerned that our insulation is too thin and that it's gonna be too cold on the winter and too hot on the summer. The answer is pretty much the same as for many other questions. Our winter and our summer are really mild. We don't get really cold and freezing temperatures on the winter, and on the summer it's pretty hot, but still it's not 50 degrees Celsius, it's like 30, 32, sometimes 35, close to 40, but it's like not normal.
We got almost 40 this summer. It was extraordinary.
Yeah, like 2-3 days. So you can stay hot for 2-3 days, doesn't matter. But anyways, for the hot weather was fine, 100% fine.
We have a lot of good ventilation here, so we can open the windows.
The cross windows, the cross windows are really good. And also we are gonna have wooden stripes on the outside of the house. So that means that in the future, when we are done, the strips, not stripes, yeah. So the sun won't touch the metal plate of the shipping container. So for the summer, it's 100% fine. And for the winter, for our winter, it's really good. It's no problem at all. But if you are in a place that's really cold and you have snow and negative temperatures, I think...
You might need an extra
insulation. I would say you just use spray foam. Oh, that's a good question that everyone wants to know.
Yeah.
Why didn't we use spray foam? We talked about that before. We don't have spray foam available where we are. I mean, we have cans, but cans is not enough for... We need like industrial spray foam.
And we don't have in our city.
In our city, there is no availability, so that means that we could not use. And to be honest,
it's really good.
This is more than enough.
So, and it's easy to install, and
yeah, it was like really quick, easy to install, and it's enough. You know, sometimes you don't need the best. You need what's good enough for you. Yeah. And for us, this is good enough.
Yeah.
Next question.
So how is the floor of the shipping container?
Yeah, someone asked how is the floor. Basically, these are structure beams, metal beams, really strong ones. And on the top of it, there is a huge plywood. It's really thick. It's like 2.7 centimeters thick. And other than that, that's it. It's just the floor and the metal bars.
Did we paint? Did we insulate it?
No, we didn't paint. That's the original paint. We didn't insulate also. The reason why we didn't insulate is because we just don't need. Here is really ventilated. That means that there is no humidity, because with wind there is no humidity on the floor, and it's not cold enough for us to insulate. So there is no reason why we need to insulate. If you live in a cold place, I'm pretty sure you need to insulate. We are not going to insulate.
Yeah.
Next one. So that's our house, and there is also this shipping container. Some people ask if this is also our shipping container. This green one, it's basically my dad's storage place for gardening, and we use temporarily to store our tools. So basically we have too much stuff inside of the house already, and we need space to work, so we live here. But no, this is not ours. As soon as we finish the house, we take our stuff and live on our house. Next one.
So now we have two questions that they're kind of related. So why a shipping container house?
I mean, first we need a place to live. We were coming back to Brazil after a year outside, and we needed a place to live, and we didn't want to pay rent, and we like the idea of having a small house because we can
love tiny house.
yeah, it's just a way of living comfy and at the same time being able to travel and coming back without having a lot of expenses while we are not here. So it's our own little space that it's our own. We don't need to pay for rent, we don't need to pay for the land. So it's basically our place that we can call home, and then from here we can travel and come back whenever we want.
So why a shipping container?
Why a shipping container house? That's a tricky one. First thing, we like tiny house. That's a thing. Second thing, I was really curious to learn how to weld.
Why?
Because of the next question.
What's the future project?
What's the future of odd life? A lot of people are concerned that we are getting closer to finish the house, and they're wondering what are we gonna do after this? Is the channel over after this? Not really. We have a lot of
the beginning, actually.
Yeah, it's just we have like it's hard to think just today. We have this thing that we always think like really far ahead, and we have like 5 years planned easily. I'm talking about myself. But basically this been planned since 3 years ago almost.
Before the house we had
before the channel, before everything. Basically we liked sailing. You guys know that already. That's not news. We've been talking about sailing for a long time. We wanted to have a bigger sailboat that we could live part at least of the year on the sailboat, right? When I say we, I say me, but she's with, included
because we are together for almost 13 years.
Yeah, we've been together for almost 13 years.
The dreams are almost the same.
The dreams are combining year after year, I like metal sailboats. It's just a thing. I read about a lot of books about sailing, about aluminum sailboats, about steel sailboats.
And I like stable boats.
A steel boat, it's heavier, so it's more like, doesn't lean that much, so it's more like a stable boat, and she wants a boat like this, and I just like metal sailboats. Basically, the shipping container house is because I wanted to learn how to weld, and that's a combination of welding and tiny house. So it was a project that put everything we wanted together, because at the same time we want to have a boat to live inside, we want to have our land base, we want to have our place in our town, in our hometown, where we can leave our stuff, where we can stay for periods, and then we can leave, and then we can come back. And that's the reason why we have such a small house, is because we don't want to stay here all year round. We want to be able to live and travel, and
we love tiny house.
And we love tiny house. It's just, I don't know, I like small spaces. Small space feels like comfortable. It's a great solution because the structural part of the house is done, and we love this idea. We love the idea of taking something that was almost a garbage and becoming a house. That's really cool. And the idea of learning how to weld and how to work with the wood inside and everything in a way that won't sink, because once we move to the next big project that hopefully is going to be the sailboat, it sinks if we do mistakes. So here is the time to make mistakes. Next project, no mistakes allowed. The idea is to do basically what we are doing now on the shipping container house, but on a sailboat. We are not sure yet if we are gonna buy a boat that someone started building and didn't finish, so we can finish. There are some options. If we start from scratch a sailboat, or if we buy a really old, falling apart one and we need to rebuild all over again, restore.
Probably this one.
Probably this one. It's hard to tell because it's basically the opportunity that we find. We are already searching. We have some opportunities yet, but we are not 100% sure which one of those are gonna work out. But basically, fingers crossed, by September this year we're gonna move in the house. That's the theory.
That's another question. When are you planning to move in?
We plan to move sometime September 2019, but we won't be done with the house 100%. So the idea is to move in and finish the last details living in the house.
And mostly the outside.
Mostly outside. And while we do that, we are gonna work harder on finding the right sailboat for us to be the next big project. I don't know. What do you think? Do you like the idea of fixing up a sailboat? I mean, we need to be honest. Last month, we almost bought a unfinished sailboat. Almost. That was the dream boat, the one that I've been dreaming for years and years and years. Exactly the model didn't work out. The owner didn't want to sell anymore.
He was really sad, actually.
Yeah, I was really sad, but well, there are other options. We already have 2 other options in mind that we are talking to some people, and hopefully by the end of the year we will have big news, huge news.
How about kids? Are they gonna fit inside this house?
There is always a way to fit someone else. If it's a kid, even easier to fit. Kids is small, you know, you can fit, it's easy. Yeah, the plan is to have a bunk bed on the top of the office desk if we have kids.
Yeah.
Isn't it? If we have twins, then things start getting harder. But we'll find a way.
We have a plan for this as well.
Yeah, if we have twins, there is no office desk anymore. It's gonna be a bunk bed on the plate. It's off the office desk, right?
The office is gonna move.
Yeah, I don't know. There's always a way, and
but we are not planning to have another shipping container if we have kids.
Yeah, if that's the question, no. Yeah, some people think, oh, so if you have kids, you can always put an extra shipping container. No, we don't want to have an extra shipping container. This house is this size. Yeah. That's it. Yeah. The kid need to find a space inside of the house. It will be fine, don't worry.
It's like a boat, so if in a boat can fit more people, in this house can fit
some
more
people live in much smaller boat than this house. So and they don't have the land to walk around. So that means we can find a way, and we will find a way.
Yeah. We mentioned that we are both engineers, and someone asked what kind of engineers we are.
Civil engineer.
Environmental and sanitary engineer.
And also the same person asked if we want YouTube to be our full-time job.
It's already our full-time job.
It's been a year and a half.
Almost 2 years, actually.
Almost 2 years, yeah. Almost 2 years that we don't have another job. This is our job. Yeah. Of course, we are not making a lot of money with that.
But now we are making.
Yeah, we
the
make
first Q&A we were not making any money, and now we are.
Yeah, I mean, like, we are already paying for some of the stuff we build with the money that we make from the videos. And our long-term dream is to be able to live only with the money we make on YouTube. It's just, you know, if we don't dream, we won't achieve.
But it's already happening, thanks to you guys.
Yeah, it's of course it's not a job that we plan to get rich with. We don't care. We just want to have enough money to pay for our dream and to be able to do what we want to do. And so far, so good. It's working really. I mean, like, some people think, oh, so you're lucky. You just, you know, you build your house and you have fun and you film videos and you make money out of it. It's a lot of work. I mean, like, it's easily 2 jobs at once, because we need to build, it's one job, and to just run the channel, it's another job.
And our family is always complaining that we are not available for them and for our friends. And
yeah, it's basically a 7 days a week, 24 hours a day job. We work every single day. If we are not building, we are editing. If we are not editing, we are researching. If we are not searching, we are just doing something related to the channel. Having a YouTube channel seems like a dream job, but you need to love. You need to do because you love. Because of money, it's not worth. And I'm honest, if it was for money, not worth. But if it's what you love, we do love. We do love to come here and to shoot and the interaction. Yeah, we always say that Monday is our happy day. Yeah. And that's true. Monday is the day that we see the answer for all the work we have done during the week, and it's the day that we have a lot of interaction with everyone, and that's so cool. We meet people from so many different countries, and that's another question. Why in English? Because we are Brazilians. Yeah. The reason why it's in English is because we just want to meet people from different places. We love to meet people from different cultures and to, I don't know, just interact with people from everywhere. It's just so much fun.
Another thing is for me to keep practicing English.
Yeah. Even though it sounds like she speaks much better than me, because I'm...
really?
Yeah, but her grammar is much better. But sometimes it's hard to... How do I say? Yeah, I just got lost. But basically, she been speaking English for a lot less time than me. I've been speaking English for bad English for 20 years. She has been speaking English for like 3 years, maybe 2 years.
Since Australia.
Since Australia.
So 2000.
So it's a good excuse for us to keep practicing English, and that's pretty good because we like to travel in English. It's important for who likes to travel.
Yeah.
And we like to talk to you guys, and you guys mostly speak English, so...
He likes to talk at all.
Doesn't matter. The sunset's pretty...
Whoa, it's amazing.
We could shoot in the top of the house, right?
Yeah.
Let's go to the top of the house.
How much we spent until now?
Yeah, money question. So basically we have 2 videos explaining the costs, this playlist, In the future, we are gonna have more videos about that. So it's not up to date, these videos. It's until a few months ago, because we don't have time to keep the spreadsheet organized 100%. We need to stop for a week and organize, and so we shoot a video about costs. For now, that's the cost. In the future, we are hoping to spend like around $25,000 US on the whole house. That's the plan. Anything else?
How do we make money with the videos?
Basically, today we have two ways of making money on YouTube. One, AdSense, the ads that YouTube posts on a video. YouTube shares the revenue from the ads with us. That means 60% of everything we make comes from ads, and 40% comes from our patrons and supporters. In Brazil, we have a site called Apoia.se, and in the US, we have a site called Patreon. And this means 40% of everything we make, of our salary, because this is a full-time job. So 40% comes from persons that want to help us in exchange of some perks of watching the videos a few days before, 1 day or 2 days before, and stickers and postcards and
some other
small, how do you say, like gestures of thank you. Treats, yes, some treats, yeah.
If you don't know what Patreon is, we have a full video explaining what it is. And
it's a way of supporting what we do. If you really like what we do and you want us to keep going and you want to support us to follow our dream,
but
that's a way.
If you want, you can just watch our videos.
Yeah, that's a huge support. Just support by watching, and commenting, and that's a huge support already. No worries.
The 60%.
No pressure. It's 60%. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, and so some people might be wondering. So that means 60%, 40%. But that can be anything, right? It can be $6,000 and $4,000. It can be $12,000 and $8,000. No, it's not that much. We make today with the videos around $900 to $1,000 a month. That's all we make. I'm not complaining at all. In the beginning, for the first year, we didn't make any money, zero, and we would still do if we make zero money. But of course, $1,000 help a lot for us to keep going, to buy materials, to fix the cameras. Now we need the lens. I don't know if you have noticed, but our lens has a black spot. Every single video we have a black spot.
Like a stain on the lens.
Yeah, we need to change the filter. So this stuff, this money help a lot, and it's a way for us to keep moving and to keep following our dreams and keep shooting our dreams. We're not gonna get rich with that, but we are gonna be happy with that. That's the main thing.
But if you want to support our future dream...
Yeah, our future dream is gonna be a little bit expensive, more expensive, not expensive. Yeah, so this $1,000, we don't spend everything here. We actually save some for the next project, for the boat. Yeah. You need to keep dreaming, otherwise you won't move. What moves us is the dream.
Yes.
If we stop dreaming, we won't move. So let's keep dreaming, right?
Yeah.
Like, next question. This one is a tough one. It's a really cool answer, but we can't answer today.
Since we started the channel, a lot of people have been asking, why wildlife crafting?
That's a really good answer. But I'm sorry, we cannot answer today. The thing is, this is such a special story that we want to have a full episode about why wildlife crafting and the story behind, but it's not the good time yet. After we finish the house, in between this project and the next season, we're gonna explain you everything, and trust us, it's gonna be worth waiting for, because it's such a cool story.
It's special.
Yeah. So I guess that's it for today, right?
Yeah.
You guys listen to us talking way too much.
As usual.
Yeah. I think we can call this over.
Yeah.
And we can see you next
Monday.
week. Yeah, next Monday we are gonna go back to the bathroom and we are gonna start building, I'm pretty sure we're gonna start building the walls of the shower cabin.
We already bought the plywood.
Yeah, we have the plywood already. So see you guys next week.
Monday.